Coming to you from Crash Studios in Music City, USA, Nashville. This is the Rich Redmond Show. Today's guest, indie recording artist who turned 4 chairs on The Voice, Casi Joy. And now, Rich Redmond.
What is up, rock and rollers? Rich Redmond here. This is another episode of The Rich Redmond Show. We're really racking up some episodes here. I'm really impressed with us, Jim McCarthy.
You should be.
You know what? Well, you know why? Because on this show, we talk to all creatives, man. We're talking to authors, thought leaders, comedians, producers, musicians, even drummers.
Filmmakers.
A lot of drummers.
Yeah, drummers.
So many drummers, because I know all the drummers in Nashville and Los Angeles. We're like in this tribe. We're thicker than thieves.
We're not a drum podcast, so if you're coming here thinking it is, because we talk to a lot of drummers, the conversation can go anywhere.
No, yes, it's kind of like a late night talk show and an early morning radio show got together on Tinder and did bad things.
Like what?
Just, did it.
Did what?
Did it.
Oh.
Stop. Don't be like your son.
Sorry.
I see where he gets it from. Hey, so, when I'm in town, when you're in town, we do like 4 episodes a day. We kind of get these things in a queue or a quay. Mm-hmm. Is it niche or niche?
It's both.
Okay, I think so. I like niche. So anyways, we get it in a queue and we drip these things out. But I always tell you to pack a nice healthy lunch for yourself. You never do. And so I say, I got Jim's back. So I'm going to bring him a nice kind of like paleo, low carb friendly dish. And I've been getting these dishes from this place here in Nashville called Clean Eats.
Yes.
With a Z. And it's over in the Green Hills area off of like Richard Abbott or Abbott Martin Road there across from the Green Hills Mall. And so for super busy people like us that are trying to be conscious of what we're putting in our face, it's great. And a lot of these meals, they're averaging like $7 or $8. You can't go out to eat for that. You can't eat healthy for that.
And it was delicious.
And it was really great. A cauliflower pizza.
And if you would have told me it was cauliflower pizza, I would have never known.
The key is to keep it in there for it says 8 to 10 minutes, maybe go 11, 12 minutes, really dark.
Crisp.
And then it had buffalo chicken on it. It wasn't overkill with sauce or cheese. It was great.
Right.
This sounds like an ad. It's not.
It's not. We're just talking about our experience just now eating lunch.
Well, just we're always on the go,
yes. Right?
And I just don't always want to be like forced to go to Subway.
Very true. Very true. And I also want to impart to everybody that this is both a listening based. So if you want to listen to it, you can in your car, but you can also watch it. So if you're watching it, you can also click the link below in the description.
And a lot of you fine folks have been sending Jim and I screenshots of you watching the podcast on your giant 90-inch flat screen TVs.
That's crazy.
It's pretty cool.
I would like to see some of that.
Or invading your living room. So, hey, I want to get into it because today's guest is carrying the torch for independent, do-it-yourself artists. She's out there playing show after show after show. She's got a team. She married her team. Her team is sitting like 3 feet from me.
Yes.
I worked with this young lady 5 years ago, and so much has happened since then. Independent recording artist and 4 chair turns on The Voice.
Yeah.
It's Casi Joy. How are you?
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. This was the record that we did together.
Yes. So
right
many
here.
years ago.
It was 5 years. Love on repeat. I think we recorded this over in, it was either Berry Hill or we did it at Soundstage.
Soundstage in Ronnie's place.
Soundstage in Ronnie's place. And those are, like, people always ask me in Nashville, they're like, Rich, where do you like recording? I always find myself at Soundstage, Front Stage, Ronnie's place, Sound Emporium, or like Omni. Like like the same places over and over. And they're so, it was a great experience, right?
Yes.
Who produced this record? I forget.
Jim Lightman did this one.
Right. Have you kept in touch with him? Have you seen it?
You know what? I haven't talked to Jim in a while, but yeah, I mean, it's been forever. So I'm, just kind of trying to build my network and grow and work with as many people in Nash as I can. I think that's kind of the name of the game.
Well, you're all smiles.
Yeah, I try to be.
And now how long you been married?
About 2.5 years.
You guys are honeymooning?
We are, yes.
Got Brian over there. Yeah. He's like taking pictures. He's uploading things to your socials.
Yeah, he's the Instagram husband.
It's great. Does Brian, do you play a musical instrument? No? You're just a business guy.
He can play some guitar.
Now, how did you guys meet?
We actually went to high school together.
Oh, high school sweethearts?
Well, no. I mean, like maybe we could have been, but no. We knew each other in high school. Never really talked. We were both kind of in the sports jock kind of clubs.
Oh, what did you play? What did you play?
Soccer, track, and then I was on the dance team.
Oh, that's why you're all long and lean. Okay,
yeah, I try to keep it
nice.
together, yeah.
Well, good for you guys. I always like my current girlfriend, Kara's a fashion designer, and we started as friends and then became lovers.
Oh, I love it.
And I think the relationship is always deeper because it's not just based instantly on,
Absolutely.
sex.
There's nothing better than marrying your best friend.
That's great. Awesome.
But for men, it's always based on sex.
Can we really be friends with women?
That's the age-old question asked by Harry to Sally.
Nora Ephron. Mm-hmm. That was a Nora Ephron film.
Oh, it was Harry Met Sally.
Oh yeah, Harry Met Sally. Mm-hmm. And there was another great Billy Crystal movie, Forget Paris, where he was he's so short, but he was a NBA referee. Mm-hmm. So he would always be like shouting at the players from down here. It's a delightful little movie. So one of the songs that we recorded together, I asked you what you wanted to kind of treat everyone to, and you said Red Lips.
Yeah.
Let's get right into some music and treat everybody to this. Hold on, Jim. There we go. Bam.
Like yesterday, you loved me in every way, but there was a twist in the road. She had dark hair, I'm told, and I know you love this bar, so I'ma show you how big of a scar you left on this old tall girl's heart. I got my red lips, red heels, red dress. I feel like it's gonna take no time getting over you and your two-time big blues. I got nothing to lose. I'm gonna make you wish that you had this. Don't try to tell me that you won't. I got my red lips, red heels, red dress. I feel you know what you had and you know what you don't.
Woo!
It needs bullwhips. That's got attitude.
That was Rich's job.
I can't believe I got away with that second verse feel.
What's that? This is so you all over it.
You have a great voice.
Thank you so
You're
much.
wonderful. It was so fun to do that project, and you're taking me down memory lane.
Oh, yeah.
That was 2015. That is like 365 days times 5. Brian, what is that?
Go.
Siri.
Send help.
A lot has happened.
Oh my gosh.
So you're
I feel
originally
like I was
from
a baby there.
You're originally from like Kansas City, right?
Yeah, Smithville, Missouri to be exact, but about 20 minutes from KC. The Super Bowl parade is happening right now as we speak.
Whoa.
I'm crying inside.
Hey, that was 1,825 days ago that we created this project.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, 24.
A lot can happen in 5 years. 5 years can make a big difference.
Yeah.
And so what happened that led you out to sunny Los Angeles for the 4-chair turn?
Yeah, so I had actually tried out for The Voice, American Idol, X Factor, all of the things,
Really?
like a bajillion times, and was kind of like, okay, that's not going to be the path for me, obviously. I'm not the cute little 15-year-old anymore.
Well, what are the tryouts? Like there's a cattle call in each city and then you wait in line?
Yeah, for like 100 million years. We tried everything. Like my mom cut my bangs like absurdly short one year. She's like, this will help you get noticed. And like nothing was working. Gave up that, piece of the puzzle. And then we're on vacation in Minnesota and I get a call from the producers that say, we saw your video of Jolene on YouTube. Can you come out in 2 days and have a private audition? So I got to skip the cattle call this round and was like, do I really do this? Do I get my heart broken again?
Yeah.
And I decided to, and my parents and whole family kind of gathered around me and was rooting for me and took me to Minneapolis to fly to LA, and kind of the rest is history.
That's incredible. You never want a private audition from Harvey Weinstein.
No. Oh boy.
You don't want that. But
Might get some of that.
Okay. Ouch. You're so good. Where's your rubber chicken?
Wow.
But this time it worked out.
Yes. Yeah.
And so you just got a call in the middle of nowhere. You're like, I'm glad you guys had cell service.
Which is not normal either up there. Like, I mean, we were like almost to Canada in the boons on the lake.
Well, how did you get there? Did you have your Winnebago or your bus or what?
No, we caravan. The whole family goes up every year.
Right. But how did you go from there to LA in 48 hours?
Yeah, so we drove like 3 hours to Minneapolis and then flew from Minneapolis to LA.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the news that they want you there, and you come back off the phone call and you tell everybody what happens.
I mean, they were just beside themselves. My family is so supportive. They've been behind me since day one. My parents took me to Nashville first when I was 12 years old. And,
really?
Yeah, and did a CD at RCA when I was younger, and I was terrible, so like for good reason, nothing happened yet.
I don't know if you would have been terrible.
Oh man, it was just all this and all day long. Yeah.
Did you get vocal training? Were you like in the choir in high school?
I was in choir, but never got the solo because they don't want like the big boomy on Ave Maria. But no, I was more of like in the musicals and stuff, but never really had any formal training until The Voice. They like the behind the scenes coaches like changed my world. I was like, you mean I actually have to warm up and that will help me?
Oh, so there's actually vocal coaches that they have on staff that they never get airtime.
Right.
They're just like these secret sauce.
Oh my gosh!
Now,
yeah.
Can you talk about these people, or are they?
Yeah. So mine was Tamara Beatty, and she's from Canada, and she's incredible. I still try to stay in touch with her. I still use her vocal warm up every day. She taught me like all these techniques. Like I had serious vocal issues when I went on to the show,
really?
And I was like, I can't do those warm ups because I sound like a cricket. And they were like, no, you actually do sound like a cricket.
So 2016.
Yeah.
Is there a cricket thing on here, buddy?
Yes.
Oh,
That was me singing Blue.
Wow. So you grew immensely in that period of time.
Yes.
This is 2016.
Yeah.
That is a long sample.
Yes. Sorry.
I feel calmer.
Oh my God. So you grew a lot in that amount of time.
Yeah. They teach you so much on the show about like your wardrobe, your brand, your makeup, your hair, your vocals, and even how to present yourself in an interview. And it's like,
sure. So you almost kind of like a Marvel character.
Pretty much.
Right, Jim?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the voice woman.
Voice woman.
And so how did you decide on singing Blue on the show?
My mom actually got me to use that as my audition song, and she'd been wanting me to yodel for all of my auditions, like eons, all the things. And I was like, Mom, yodeling is not cool anymore. I got to go in and sing like Kelly Clarkson or something, something hip. And I finally just decided to do Blue on this last chance. And that's what I got through with. And then you send in your list for your blind audition choices. And sure enough, they chose my first choice, which most of the contestants got like weird, like off the wall songs that were not part of their brand. They had maybe never heard of them.
Right.
And I just got so lucky that it was an off the wall song that like I loved so much.
Yeah, so made famous by a little 15-year-old Leanne Rimes. Or was she 12? I forget.
I mean, I actually feel like she was like 13 or
She was
something
so
young. Yeah.
young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So is your mom your momager, or
We do call her the momager.
She-
Between her and Brian.
Okay.
There's yeah.
So that's good that you get along with the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
That's always good.
Yeah.
Because you marry the family. I tried.
And yes, he did.
I tried it twice. So
The family. Once you're married to the family, you can't get back out.
so now when you sang Blue, now the voice band would actually go in and record like a cast record, right? You would they would play on the show. Mm-hmm. And so did you get to meet a lot of those guys, get to know them, like Nate on drums and the guys in the band?
Yeah, and they were all so nice. So, I mean, like, the band directors they give you so many great ideas to make it your own. And, if somebody's done a song, like somebody had done My Church like a bajillion times on the show before me, and I'm like, see, I want to go here on this part, but I don't want to make it the same as so-and-so. And they're like, well, how about here? I'm like, I would have never thought to go there.
Right.
And so there's just a lot behind the scenes that you learn so much about the industry, and you're like, dang, I want it even more now.
Right. So now did you, where did you guys record Blue? Was that out in Burbank somewhere?
It was at Henson
Studios,
Studios,
nice, right?
which was like, whoa,
La
there's
Brea
Kermit the Frog.
and Hollywood.
Yes.
La Brea and Hollywood, corner of La Brea and Hollywood, and I drive past it all the time going, bucket list. I know someone's going to hire me eventually. I'm going to do a session at Henson.
Yeah.
You know, because there all these wonderful world-class studios everywhere are closing. So in LA, you got East West, you got Sunset, you got Henson, you got Capitol. They're all still open, but so many smaller ones have closed.
Yeah.
Because look at this right here. We're in 600 square feet, and I can make a record right here.
I mean, this sounds amazing.
It's crazy, right?
Yep.
It is so nuts. Let's hear a little bit of this. How about that?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Little time.
Is really enjoyable.
Thank you. I recorded that one in my house, actually.
You don't, what?
Yeah.
You don't hear, I mean, you just don't hear that feel or that style anymore on radio, and it's just almost nostalgic.
I love singing
It's
the
refreshing.
classic style.
It is refreshing.
Yeah.
Jim, are you a sucker for, you know, everyone knows that you like Van Halen, you like Rush. You have but do you secretly like old time country music? Like, what's your secret thing? Like, people wouldn't know that about me, but I'm a sucker for Americana music, you know, so like Lucinda Williams and Steve Earle and John Prine, that band Dawes, Wilco. No one, I don't think people would know that about me. What's your secret?
My secret, like, indulgence?
Yeah, it's like guilty pleasure musically.
Yeah, I guess we've been challenged lately trying to figure out what music we like. My wife's been trying to figure out, you know, what she wants to listen to as of late, and having challenges with it. Our kind of default is honestly like Broadway.
Oh, so like Dear Evan Hansen and Rent.
Mm-hmm.
You a Cats guy?
Bad Religion is big for me.
Oh yeah,
I like Bad Religion.
Oh, the not the musical, the band.
No, the band. Yeah.
I haven't heard that musical. How about you? What are your who are your heroes, your influences?
Oh, my influences. A lot of Tanya Tucker, Patsy Cline.
Yeah. Well, you have a chance of running into Tanya Tucker here in Nashville. Have you ever ran into her?
No.
Run into
but
her?
I would love to. But yeah, all the classics. That's what I grew up singing. But you know, my dad got me really hooked on a lot of classic rock. So I feel like I'm influenced by, like, I'm a total mutt.
Now, I think at your age, I'm just guessing, I'm not going to say anything out loud, but I think classic rock for you could be like classic rock for me.
It's like Pearl
you know, like Backstreet Boys.
No, that's not what we mean.
So classic rock is like all the bands, the Stones, the Beatles, the Who, the Zeppelin, any the.
Yeah, I love the Zeppelin.
Any great music from like 1969 to 1981, I would say. And then new wave hit. And I was going to say, maybe you're a fan of, like, do you like Boy George, Kaja Goo Goo, Wang Chung?
What I forgot to include in that is the Backstreet Boys.
Oh yeah, you were raving about them the other day.
I like them,
and they had all the dance moves. It's incredible. When I do my little corporate speeches, I'm a sucker for holding a microphone. I love a corded microphone or a wireless microphone, but I'm not the headset guy. And they're becoming so popular now.
Yes.
And I said, guys, I am not in the Backstreet Boys. I am not using a headset mic, and it gets laughs every time. Okay.
There you go.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I think these are the same samples that they use on
sitcoms.
Sitcoms, but also on the Laugh channel, Laugh USA on Sirius.
Right.
Yeah.
They're kind of industry standards.
I love sitcoms. Are you a fan of sitcoms? The situational comedy, 22 minutes and then 8 minutes of commercials?
Yes. I don't know the last sitcom I've really watched, though. I just... Don't judge me. I'm going to get stuff thrown in like from the camera. But I just kind of started getting into Friends.
Wow. Yeah, because I don't think you were alive for the first time around.
No, I remember watching it when I was way younger, like with my parents. And like the only thing I remember was we always tried to do the clap in the intro as a family. And like we wouldn't get it for like 2 years watching it. And
I mean, the guys that wrote that theme song, cha-ching.
I mean, still,
I mean, and it's just a cute little, power pop song,
It's my 8th grade graduation song.
But those actors on that show, they know how to time a joke. And they raise that material to even funnier levels. I mean, you're watching like 4 masters at work there. 4? 6 masters of their craft right there. And guess what? They do nothing. Right now, those Friends actors are all making $50,000 a day by doing nothing.
I understand that.
That is incredible. I know, those poor things.
Though it's funny that Friends and Seinfeld were kind of parallel to each other in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
So what was the biggest sitcom of... Well, there were a bunch of sitcoms in the 80s.
Well, for me, I was a big, Three's Company guy.
That's the 70s, though.
Yeah, the 70s. And then there was like Too Close for Comfort. And then you had, Alf was kind of a sitcom.
There were a bunch of sitcoms in the 80s. There was Different Strokes.
There's Stamos. Which one was Stamos, where he played the cool Uncle Jesse? Yeah, Full House.
You had... Well, the big one the big adult one was Cheers.
Yep.
In the 80s.
Now
Cheers.
All masters of their craft.
Yep. Yeah. And just so many more. I mean, all the late night, the Cosby Show, and a lot of sitcoms in the 80s. The two that stand out in the 90s are Friends and Seinfeld.
Yeah, remember the big finales? Great. Everyone had finale parties. Oh, my God. Are you a little older or no?
A couple years. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So you got the older man.
He's immature for his age.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And he's got a great head of hair.
You can look forward to the grays coming in and everything. That is, that's
He
model
thinks
hair.
he's balding. I'm like,
fabulous.
I will whip. Your hair's growing halfway down your face. You're not balding.
You look like Johnny Resnick.
Yeah.
Close enough.
That's kind of like how I would look if I let it grow out,
Right.
A real Fabio.
Hey, Jim, check this out. Look at these stats. Are these may have changed. 27 million views on Facebook.
Yeah.
And you have one video on YouTube, 12 million.
Yeah.
How do you get those numbers? Who do you have to bribe? Like, how does this work?
Man, so many people. I'm so poor now. No, it was the weirdest thing. Like, I'd been trying to, like, get a video to go viral for, like, ever. And this all happened before The Voice. So, I had my buddy Woody James come over. We used to play down on Broadway together at Tootsie's and Rippies and do the whole circuit.
Oh, yeah.
And had him come over, and because we used to get a pretty good reaction from the downtown when we would sing Jackson by Johnny Cash and June Carter.
Yeah.
And because we like to do like full on impersonations. And so we decided to do this at like 11:30 at night. We've had some drinks. It's really dark out. The video is so bad that we had to make it black and white. And the thing goes to 12.7 million views. And I posted it from my bar stool at Honky Tonk Central at 2:00 on a Thursday, playing my regular shift, and like I'm playing and like watching my phone just like explode with all these views. I'm like, finally.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it just kind of went from there.
You just never know what is going to qualify as a viral.
And you cannot create it. Like it's going to happen if it's going to happen.
So you were kind of a student of the Honky Tonk University down there. You were playing all those shifts. So for those that are not in the know, Music City USA has live music. Jim, you can vouch for this. Live music, 365 days a year from 10 in the morning till 3 in the morning. So there's only 7 hours a day in Nashville where there is no live music.
Right.
And then meanwhile, on Music Row, music is being written and created all day, every day from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Mm-hmm. So that's why they call it Music City. So you took advantage of that.
Yeah.
And you went down there and learned all the songbook.
Oh, yeah.
So for the listeners, you walk into Tootsie's at 4:00 in an afternoon. You're a tourist. You're a Japanese tourist, right? You just come in from Tokyo. What's on the playlist? What's the set list?
Oh gosh, at Tootsie's, like wagon wheel, chicken fried. Mm-hmm. I do a lot of yodeling because that's my little party trick down there. Get some extra tips, pay my parking garage fee.
Are you still rocking down there?
No, I haven't really been back down there since.
You're taking it on the road these days.
Yeah, I'm trying to just get out and be able to play my original music more. But, but Broadway really helped me hone my skills, build my chops, get my endurance up. I used to only be able to sing for like 20 minutes, and now I can sing for at least 4 hours and not have a problem. And of course, the voice and those warm-ups helped as well. But I feel like it was such a boot camp and like almost a college for musicians, because it is a party scene as well.
Did you have to ever sing Jason Aldean songs and just change the sex?
Oh my gosh! Well, I have a hip hop alter ego that I've made up named Cheese Money. She's a hip hop mouse, and I do Dirt Road Anthem at like a very, very aggressive, inappropriate speed that I just go nuts.
Because we had Colt Ford on. He was like, everybody does that song too fast, Rich.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Is there is there a copy of that somewhere?
Oh, of me doing it?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. You got to come find Cheese Money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the alter ego's not on YouTube or anything?
Well, there is something of me singing One Week by Bare Naked Ladies.
Nice. So you're and then how long is your show that you do on the road? Because we were talking about your travel situation. You guys just said, we're going to take the music business and just, we're going to control it. Yeah. You bought a bus.
Yeah. We just got sick of waiting for the right person in the right time and all the stars to align, because I feel like if you just wait for everything to be perfect, you're going to die and your life will be like, time will just go on without you.
You only get one life.
The world does not care if you're going for your dreams or not. So we just decided to do it. We were always paying rent here and there and never in our homes. So we were like, why not just live on the road and bring our dogs with us and put the studio in the bus? And So
tell me you don't have Great Danes, right? Because I would really
I would love.
I was in an elevator the other day and a guy came in with 2 Great Danes, and they took up a lot of my personal space.
They're like horses.
Crazy.
They have saddles on them.
Oh my God! Can you imagine the poop on those things, man?
Yeah.
Woo! Not good.
Yeah, we're lucky. We got 2 little ones. They think they're Great Danes.
Are they? What are they?
We've got a Chihuahua. He's very Chihuahua. He's very much a brat. And then we have a little wiener dog.
Oh, cute.
Goose.
Do they get along?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they'd care if either one was not in their lives. But
you know what I'm a sucker for? Pugs. I mean, say what you want to say about me, but I think one day I'd like to be in my tracksuit walking my 1 chocolate and 1 vanilla pug.
I can't unsee that.
It's so cute.
They're terrible to sleep with, though.
Because they're noisy and
my
the respiratory
gosh, the
stuff.
Snoring is,
Yeah, so cute, though.
Yeah, I already have Brian to deal with that. Snoring.
Aren't those the dogs that you can't tell which way they're looking? Like one eye's looking this way and the other one's looking
They are so ugly
prone.
that they are beautiful.
All right.
You're used to hearing that. Come on.
Wow.
Ouch. So now, and we have some mutual friends in the music and drum department, right? Kansas City. You have a Kansas City based band and you have a Nashville band, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
And so who do we know in the drum department?
Yeah, so my drummer in Kansas City is the one and only Go-Go Ray.
Go-Go Ray, the fastest foot in the West.
Oh my gosh, he's so crazy.
He's so good.
The nicest guy you'll ever meet. And we were just actually playing a casino gig in Tulsa at the Hard Rock. And we were talking about, Tyson Leslie too, right? Yeah, so he's another KC guy. He's played with me. I know, it's so crazy. So we're talking about, like, why did Tyson go to Nashville? And Go-Go's like, well, he had a really good talk with one of our very good, dear mutual friends. I'm like, who's your dear, like, amazing mutual friend? He's like, this guy Rich. I'm like, Redmond, shut up. And so then, we got to talking about that. And
what a small world. Yeah. After an Aldean show one night in KC, what's the big...
Sprint Center?
Yes.
Yeah.
So right across the street, there was a gig or something, and I went and to go sit in with Tyson's band. I forget what it was called. Gosh. And we played Friends in Low Places. And then I got talking to him. I was like, man, you got to move to Nashville, man. You got to go where the action is. You got to go where the watering hole is. And I keep telling Go-Go Ray he's got to do the same thing. He could still play with you.
Yeah.
But
I'm here. Come
He'll
get
be
me.
here in Music City, USA. And I've been telling him that for 15 years. Go-Go, when are you coming to Nashville,
I
man?
mean, I don't know why he hasn't. He comes here all the time, basically for the fried chicken. He's
the hot chicken.
Gosh.
He's a fan.
Yeah, and I've never actually been to Hattie B's. Still, I've been living here for 4 years, and so Go-Go's coming into town.
Yeah,
and we're gonna go
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, we're gonna go tomorrow night.
Well, I wish I was in town, guys, because I live literally 300 feet from Hattie B's.
Have you ever been to Hattie B's?
I haven't, because there's a line wrapped around the block, and I'm like, really? Is it that good?
Wow.
Plus, I have a very sensitive stomach, and I think that even the mild would mess me up.
Oh yeah, I'm addicted to just pain.
Really, you like it?
Oh,
where it's like your mouth starts watering?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever had like a ghost pepper, the ghost pepper?
I haven't. I don't know if I like want to hurt myself that much, but I'm willing as long as we get it on video.
I think I would blow an O-ring or something if I had that.
Let me find that sound effect.
Yeah, where's that?
Oh
one?
sure, Jim's got to find this thing. He loves it.
I have it. Hold on.
He hasn't been practicing enough on the.
We'll just do the.
There you go. He likes that one.
He likes that one. Let's just humor him.
So you guys didn't lease the tour bus. You are literally
You're owning it.
Yeah, commitment.
And then you got your license to drive the big thing.
You don't need one.
Nope.
What?
We don't know why, because that thing is very large.
It's a weapon.
Yeah. I mean, I cannot believe that he drives it.
When you're driving it, it's like driving just a big vehicle. That's all.
On the highway, it's pretty okay.
Yeah, on the highway, he puts it on cruise and literally is standing up. I'm like, well.
One night, I
What year
walked
is it?
in on my bus driver getting a Diet Coke from the refrigerator as we were going down the highway at 70 miles an hour.
Really?
I mean, with our layout, you might be able to.
Yes.
If we got one of those hook
Was that something that you were?
sticks, little grabbers.
I mean,
So you
fine.
got up. The driver's seat was empty.
and he was around the corner getting a Diet Coke.
When was this?
This was
But did you die?
But did you die?
this was 14 years ago, and he doesn't have the job anymore. But it's crazy. Talk about. I was thinking to myself, it was like a sitcom moment. It was like you're like.
Well,
You know?
that's the thing is that
Where you do
that's
a
why I
double
asked
take?
how long ago what, because I'm sure they have like lane prevention,
Like 14 years
departure
ago.
and that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
technology on it. I mean, on yours, you probably don't have like adaptive cruise or anything like that.
We have cameras.
Yeah.
Like when
You
we
need
go into the city to like play the Today Show or Good Morning America, and we're coming from another routing, and a lot of times the closest we will get will be New Jersey, and we'll park in a nice place in New Jersey, and then everybody will kind of like travel in because. Where's the parking for a tour bus in New York City? That's going to be really... And taking those corners? No way!
And sometimes the GPS does not tell you that the bridge is only 11 feet and you're 13 feet tall.
yeah.
And we just watched a guy rip off
Rip
the
his
whole
roof
top
off.
of his
No.
bus. And
Oh, yeah.
just jump off the bridge with
Oh
it.
my
Okay,
God.
So about this bus driver, I mean, you see each other. You see him. Does he see you?
Oh, he saw me.
And it was one of those
He jumped right back into the seat and like, yeah.
I am
Don't
so
tell
fired.
Jason. Don't tell Jason.
So bad. I mean, is it worth your Diet Coke to maybe kill everyone? You know, don't do that, bus drivers.
Well,
Anyways,
I remember a story Johnny Rabb told about that. He says that he was riding a bus and he was in his bunk and he says, I heard the side rumble strips one too many times.
Yeah.
So he's like, I kept on hearing the, you know.
Was he sleeping?
Well, woke him up.
Yeah.
So he's like, so I come up, I walk up to the front of the bus and, hey, dude, you okay? You need a soda or something?
Yeah, I've been very lucky. I mean, these guys they're in charge of your life.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
pretty scary. We did a down and back in Tulsa,
Yeah.
which was so like we went down and played, and then we had to get back, and we didn't get back until 6:30 in the morning. And this was Brian's first like real taking the band road trip, and my dad came along to try to help us keep Brian awake and keep ourselves
Yeah.
awake. And
I'm a bad night driver, man.
Yeah, we were barely successful.
I mean, very bad night driver. But yeah, man, it is a skill set. So, how many shows a year are you doing there out there? Taking the music to the people. It's
Gosh,
probably
I don't
seasonal,
know.
right? If you're doing a lot of like, are you doing like state fairs and then county fairs?
Yeah,
and-
lots. I mean, our summers fill up really quick. Like it's pretty much full now, and then it's always pretty slow around the winter time, which
Yeah.
is nice because I like to just spend time with family and
Yeah.
around the holidays. And then during this time, I kind of come back to Nash, do more of the writers' rounds and do co-writes and all that, and kind of get settled
you're
in.
writing
and-
regularly, too?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah. And then
Who are some of your favorite people to co-write with? Or you got some go-to people that you work with?
yeah, I've got a good buddy Tom Glenn that I've been writing with a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and some new people I've been writing with, Bo Morgan and my buddy Vince Alton. We just wrote one that I'm excited about.
Good.
That I might be just producing myself and engineering it all in my house and in the bus, or in the house that we're staying in with our friends and in the bus, and just putting it out while I have a new song called The Money that I'm going to be releasing in the spring.
Okay,
and I'm just scared to release it because I want to do it right. So in the meantime, I'm like, maybe I'll put this one out myself and just record it myself.
Isn't it great that we have those tools? Man,
it's such a cool time to be in the industry.
It's a wonderful time to be alive in this world. Jim, you know what that makes me think of? The School of Rock.
Yeah.
It's kind of late in the episode. I was really enjoying the conversation so much, but
it's certainly
School of Rock.
free-flowing.
You used to work with the School of Rock, right? In Kansas City, you were very involved, right?
10 years, yeah.
Now, there's 250 locations globally, and our friends Angie and Kelly McCrite, I don't know if you know them here, but they own the 2 locations in Nashville and Franklin. They've been doing it for about a decade. I've been very involved with them. Jim's a big fan as well. They've always supported all my drum camps, and I just did my 5th annual Drummers Weekend over at their place, and then I got to do an event for them at the Ryman Auditorium where they do fundraisers. And the kids are always doing shows like Zeppelin shows or Who shows or Motown. And the kids are involved from age 6 to 18. And they learn life skills, right, Jim? Like showing up on time, persistence, working well in a group as a team member. They're going to learn drums, their bass, guitar, keyboards, learning how to front a band. It's a great thing to be involved in. So parents, if your kids are studying piano, ballet, they're involved in sports, they're doing all these things, that you add one more thing to the child development list, which is get them involved with rock and roll. 2 email addresses for you: Nashville@schoolofrock.com or Franklin at schoolofrock.com. Tell them I sent you.
Learn by playing.
That's right. It's a hands-on type program.
Yeah.
Right.
I love the School of Rock.
Do you keep in touch with some of those kids you were working with back then?
I do, yeah. I do still kind of keep in touch with some of my students. So I was a student there for years.
Oh, okay.
My very first concert was Pink Floyd's The Wall.
So
wow.
you're a product of School of Rock.
Yes, yeah.
My
So
God.
I started when I was like 14, and then started teaching there when I was like 17, and taught there for almost 10 years.
That's great.
And I was the head of the Little Wing program, which is their pre-K program. So I was teaching like 3 to 5-year-olds like the Rolling Stones and Walk This Way.
And they have an adult program.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a really cool idea.
It's so cool.
It really is.
The Rich Redmond Show will be right back.
Well, our big tagline has been inspiring kids to rock on stage and in life. We changed it actually to inspiring the world to rock on stage and in life, because when kids are here, they learn so much more than music. They learn how to be on a team. They learn responsibility. They learn to take responsibility for their actions. They learn to organize their time. And we try to teach them, not to be that person that nobody wants to be on a tour bus with.
Connect with School of Rock today. Search School of Rock Franklin or Nashville. This is the Rich Redmond Show.
The other thing you mentioned, that there's a song that you said it was your wedding vow, set the music. What's the story behind that?
I'm just really extra, and at my wedding, I was like, I want to sing. No, I'm just really uncomfortable with like talking and all of that.
So you sang your vows at the wedding?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, that just makes me so much more comfortable is if I could just sing them instead.
Now, what about
talk.
Brian? Did you sing yours?
I failed miserably at that department.
He had him written down on teleprompter.
We
He
need
had
a
somebody else
do-over.
voice them for him.
So I wrote this song. I'm really big into surprising people. It's like my favorite thing ever. So I wrote this song in secret, recorded it in my car because I had to sing to a track because I had nails on for the wedding, so I couldn't play guitar. So I had to pre-record everything in my little car, and ended up singing my wedding vows.
Let's hear a little bit of this.
Yeah.
Ever since I was little, I wished for you, for the sparkle to my glitter, a bond so true. And here in this moment, I know I'm right where I belong. You were the missing part of me I never knew was gone. So with
Brian's a puddle of tears over there. Nice. How flattering.
Yeah. So what's weird about that song was, like, I had already pre-written the song, and it says, I'll be the sunshine that you need when your day is pouring rain. And then in the bridge, I start saying our actual vows about how, like, I'll pick up his damn socks all the time. You know, the usual, scratch his back at night. And then says something, and I'll laugh with you for hours when it's raining crazy on our wedding day. And so I had already pre-written this. It poured like a hurricane the whole day of our wedding. So when I sang that line, like, the whole crowd went crazy.
Was it supposed to be outside and you had to move it inside last minute?
Oh, no, we stayed outside. So it it was just the craziest.
Were you covered?
So we had 18 minutes of no rain, and it was during the ceremony.
Perfect.
And as we kissed and ran down the aisle, it started pouring. And so just the words that was already the words to the song, and then it rained all day. It was just really crazy. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. This is what every musician listener wants to know. Did you hire a band or a DJ?
I'm a DJ.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you.
I like to do the cha-cha slide.
You wouldn't expect this from me, but as awesome as a live band is, there is a lot of overhead. The set list is limited. You pull in with a DJ, he's got a laptop with the world's music at his fingertips. Mm-hmm. And if they're funny and charming and charismatic, it's worth every penny.
Yeah. And I need to be able to do the wobble and
the chicken dance.
You know, the worst job for a DJ is being a DJ at a wedding for radio people.
Oh, judgment.
That's always fun.
You know what? I'm going to get into DJing. It's going to be another revenue
you need
stream
something
for
else
me.
to do.
I'm just telling you, I am halfway there with this laptop. I probably need one more piece of gear and some business cards. And I can do this.
You can totally do that.
Totally.
Just wear a little hat and you're fine.
I might become an ordained minister and start marrying people too.
So we could get married again. You could sing your vows. We got Rich to be the DJ and hello.
Okay. Now, Jim,
I'm ready.
You have some interesting questions you've been saving up for Cassie.
It's the random question of the day.
So, yes, this is a random question. It's completely from left field. You have no idea what it may be about.
Okay. Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
It's going to be clean.
Okay.
Do you think that aliens exist?
I've never really given this a serious thought, but I feel like they probably have to. Like, it would be weirder, I think, if nothing else existed. Like, when you think about how gigantic the galaxy is, it would be pretty crazy that it's just us, and we're the only things that
Who
matter.
built the pyramids? Those are heavy.
Right.
Do we do it by ourselves without machinery? Come on, guys.
Yeah, it was just a little E.T. doing his thing.
We had Katie Cook in, from CMT, and she has a side hustle because she's very interested. She's very interested in aliens and conspiracy theories.
We should really have her back on and
talk
dig
about
into
that. Go deep on that. Yeah. Okay, so aliens do exist.
Aliens do exist.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me more happy to think that they do exist, and
I know. Yeah,
hopefully they're friendly.
Now, you also had another question, Jim, which is a lot of times you'll ask our guests, because you're going to do so many interviews over the years, and you probably have done a million since The Voice. What's something that no one knows about you, and you could reveal it right here, on this show?
You seem like you have an answer, Bri.
There's a million things.
Um,
is that a smoke detector?
What is that?
What's that?
Oh,
I heard a beep, beep, beep. Is it the Mevo going out? The battery going out on the Mevo?
Fire now.
I don't think so.
Yeah, what was that?
No one knows about me.
This is the kind of stuff when Mark Maron gets up and goes across the room and to take a pee, and he's talking to his guests.
Is there somebody trying to get in?
No, we'll just keep rolling.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
So here we are. Wayne.
Everybody out.
What's something nobody knows about me?
Honestly, I'd say probably how timid you are in social situations.
Oh, yeah. I guess, not a lot of people know, how awkward and afraid and socially terrified of everything I am.
Really?
Or I guess, that I was a gymnast years ago. Yeah. I can still do some flips. Yeah, I did track in college.
So do you keep up with your running?
No, I was never a runner. I was a triple jumper. So
She
that
played
was my
soccer,
thing.
man.
So I was all legs, gymnastics, the jumping.
So that there's like a beeping going on, and I've got to check the batteries and some of the smoke detectors. But there's 3 drummers that live at this house, and the lead drummer, Phil, is a great guy, and he's cooking right now. I mean that. It smells good down there. I know. There's a lot of olive oil and garlic happening down there.
So male drummers cooking equals fire.
Yeah. 3 male drummers walk into a room.
Yeah.
That dude can cook.
Okay, so you're not.
Good.
So what do you do for exercise these days? What are you keeping up with?
I kind of just do my own thing. I just kind of lay on the floor and do some Jane Fonda leg lifts that my mom showed me on a VHS tape when I was younger.
Oh my God, leg warmers.
Still do my leg lifts. I do a lot of arm circles.
But what about cardio?
No cardio.
Really?
Absolutely not. Hate it very much.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you just run from the one side of the stage to the other in your live shows?
Yeah. No, I do try to make sure that I'm like on crack basically on stage because
so
that's
you
my
like
workout.
coffee? You like coffee?
I love coffee.
How was this coffee? It was on sale. Was it?
It was great.
But how about that mug?
The mug is even better. It's very great.
Random question of the show brought to you by the mug.
Yeah.
The Rich Redmond Show.
Make your coffee even better with Rich Redmond.
You are so funny. So what is exciting you, and where do you see yourself in the next several years?
Right now, I'm very excited about just keeping the bus on the road and going where the music takes us and touring as much as possible in 2020. And this new song, The Money, that's going to be coming out soon. I haven't been this excited about a song in forever, so I'm really excited to get this one out.
And if people want to keep in touch with you, it's just CasiJoy.com.
Yep, CasiJoy.com.
CasiJoy.com. And also on there's some cool videos like your 4-turn performance on The Voice and a very nice EPK.
Yes.
So an electronic press kit, for those that are not in the music industry, that are just listening, this is a great way to level the playing field so people can see and hear quickly, what is this act about? Am I going to want them at my nightclub or at my theater or at my performing arts center or at my state fair, my birthday parties? Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
so
and please love the EPK because it took me 27 hours to edit.
Yeah, and then what's your YouTube channel? What is that?
Everything is at Casi Joy Music. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. I love TikTok.
Okay, tell us about TikTok because I am not getting it. I think I'm too old.
Well, I'm like the weirdest person ever, and this is like finally a social media outlet where I can put my weirdness out. Like you got to go and watch it, my TikTok, because it's
I'll look it up.
Me and Brian with like our legs in the arms of our hoodies dancing in the bus, and
so it's humorous, musical based skits.
It's just stupidity. Just all day long.
Yeah,
I
people
love
just
it.
having fun.
Yeah.
And it's apparently going to be the next big thing.
Yeah, it's little like music clips that you can choose the sound and do your own like lip sync over it or come up with a dance challenge or
I'm just trying to think how I would utilize it. Like I need one more thing to post to. But
I know.
But it's different. You don't just post normal stuff.
It is different. Like, and I started a page and I just posted normal stuff to it and yeah, I haven't been on it. But so that's a great way for people to find you. And it was so wonderful to take a trip down memory lane. And thank for this physical copy of this product.
Welcome.
I had so much fun doing that with you. And say hi to Go-Go Ray.
I will.
Enjoy Nashville tomorrow. And enjoy each other. I hear that communication is the key when it comes to healthy marriages.
No.
I believe in the power of love, though. I'm going to keep trying. Jim's on how many years?
19.
And my parents have been married 52 years.
That's insane.
And I'm sending them to the Ritz-Carlton in Naples, Florida, and they're going to have a round of golf and spa treatments and free food and free drinks, courtesy of their firstborn Italian prince.
I just followed you.
Nice. On TikTok?
On TikTok.
Yes. You got to watch the ones with me and Brian. They're the best.
I'll have to follow you too.
I have to give Brian lots of drinks before. I'm like, do you want to do a TikTok?
I used to do these things, we talk about the secret to marriage, and everything is all about a negotiation and getting out of situations, Shark Tank style.
Right.
So that's what we kind of do, little videos like, Courtney will be, hey, can you go and get me a beer? And be like, we've had a lot of beer so far, and for that reason, I'm out. And then we just do these little skit videos.
I like that Shark Tank. What a great show. Yeah. Kara's good friend is the lead hairstylist on the show, so I've got to hear some interesting
Does she ever talk about Mark Cuban's pinky?
No, is it long?
It's weird. It's like got a weird bend to it.
Well, if I had his money, I wouldn't care if everything was weird.
Billionaire.
I know. He's just wiping himself with $100 bills.
Yeah.
It is crazy. So is there anything else you want the world to know about you or any cool things coming up?
I don't think so.
Got the new song coming out?
Yeah,
Keep
definitely
writing.
follow on Spotify. That'll be coming out in March or April, maybe. We'll see.
I love it. Well, it was great to hear this music and spend this time with you, and I wish you guys the best.
Thank you
so much for coming on.
Thank you for having
all
me.
right.
Yeah.
Jim, thank you for your time and all your great ideas for this show. Hey, guys, we got an email address, therichrredmondshow@gmail.com. We'll take constructive criticism, and if you write us a letter, we'll read it on the air.
Yeah.
This email address is collecting moss, man. We need some people to use this email address. Is it sexy enough? therichrredmondshow@gmail.com?
Sure.
Write it down, folks. Hey, and we like 5-star ratings. Give us a rating on Apple Podcasts. Of course, if you love the show, tell a friend. Subscribe,
hate the show,
share, rate, and review. Subscribe, share, rate, and review. Keep coming back for the good stuff, and we'll see you next time.
This has been The Rich Redmond Show. Subscribe, rate, comment, and follow us at richredmond.com/listen.